Hey friends, welcome back. I am having not the greatest hair day today, so please just ignore that. Okay, so today I want to kick it back to the basics. I want to start a series on my channel where I go through the basics of like everyday makeup. So today we're going to cover how to do winged eyeliner, my tips and tricks from beginner to like I'm only mildly afraid of eyeliner, because that's the level that I'm at. Every time I do winged eyeliner, I get a little bit nervous. But I also want to do, you know, how I do my eyebrows and how I contour, how I do cream contour, all the things. So if you have a specific request, please let me know down below. What is that one makeup technique or makeup practice, I guess, that still kind of mystifies you or scares you, or you just want to see me break it down, or you just want to see me struggle? Please let me know. Also, I want to address that this camera angle is a little weird and I am not sure quite how to fix it, so we're gonna roll with it. It's gonna be fine. Okay, so I've already started off. I've done my whole makeup except for my eyeliner and my mascara. So let's zoom you in and I will show you the easiest way to do a winged liner. The first thing you're gonna need to do this is a winged liner brush. I have this one from Morphe. Looks like that. It's super thin. The texture of it is relatively stiff but still has some movement, and I still have product on this, but this is from Morphe and the number has rubbed off, so I'm so sorry. And then I'm gonna take a black eyeshadow. I'm taking Noir from the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. You could also use a dark brown, whatever color, just go for it, okay? I'm just gonna do black because I'm gonna go over it with liquid liner. So I'm gonna tap in to the product. You can't see that, just slightly, okay? I'm not gonna go in like this. I'm gonna go like, line it right up, okay? Tap off your excess. If you wanna touch it onto your hand first, you absolutely can. I'm gonna start off with my wing. So to do that, and this is going to be the same no matter what you use, if you want to use tape so that you have like a really sharp edge, you can just go in with a makeup wipe after the fact. I already have my makeup on, so I'm not going to mess with all that. Try not to worry too much if you make a mistake, especially with the eyeshadow, because it's really easy to clean up, and that's why we're starting with this. So I'm going to take where my bottom lash line is going, I just followed that line. I'm going to go a little bit further out from that actual line, so instead of going right there, I'm gonna go right there, just because my eyes are somewhat hooded. I don't have a lot of mobile lid space, and so I don't want it to go into that crease too much and look weird. But try it out, experiment. The best way to get good at this is at the end of the day when you're about to take off your makeup, try it. You're about to take off your makeup anyway, so like if you make a mistake, oh well. And just do that over and over again until you get comfortable and until you find what works for your eye shape, because everybody's going to be different. But for me, I will generally line up where it is, where I'm going to put that wing, close my eyes, and stamp. Okay? You see what I mean about needing to go out a little bit further? And just stamp. Okay, there's not a ton of pigment happening, but you can already see kind of the shape. Again, for my eyes, I typically don't do like a crazy big wing. You do you, boo. That's just not my vibe. I think y'all know this by now. From there, I'm gonna take where the longer side of the brush is pointing in and just stamp this along my lash line. Try to get as close to the lashes as you can. And I stop right about where my lashes stop. So you can tell that really just darkens up the lash line. And now we're gonna create the shape. Okay, so from where the wing is, just drag it. And then you can turn your brush around and go back over it. Now, the great thing about using powder is that it moves around a lot easier. So if you do mess up a little bit, you can just take your finger and sharpen it up. It blends a lot easier. So like I always have kind of a divot right there when I open my eyes. You can see I like that to be a little bit straighter, just to give a little bit more of a lifted look. And with shadow, I can just blend it without having to add more product. That is my simple winged liner with eyeshadow, okay? You can go in with liquid liner on top of this, which is what I'm gonna do eventually, and that gives it kind of a nice smoky look. You can use a stick eyeliner, whatever you need, whatever you got kicking around, whatever you enjoy. So you do you, boo. On the other eye, I'm gonna do it with liquid liner so that you can see what I'm doing. My favorite liquid liner is the Stila Stay All Day liquid liner. It has a felt tip that is really long and really flexible. You can't really see that, but it's flexible, but only at the tip. So it's really good for just stamping along the lash line. Another popular one is the Kat Von D tattoo liner. This is in the color Trooper. I think this one is technically a brush tip, which I think I do prefer that. I just really like the staying power of the Stila, but I'll swatch both of them for you. That's the Kat Von D. And that's Stila. Not a huge difference, but I do really like the Stila. I have heard some people say that the Stila kind of feathers. I have not had that experience, so I can't speak to that. I've also heard good things about the Fenty Fly Liner. I would probably reach for that over the Kat Von D if I had both. I'm just saying. No shade, no tea, but like kind of tea. Okay, so with this liner, with the Stila, I shake it a little bit. You don't really need to. Another good tip, if you have the pen liners, store them horizontally. Don't store them like this because the ink will just fall down. So store them horizontally, very important. And I'm basically gonna do the same steps. So this is my wonky eye too, so this is probably a bad idea. But I'm gonna hold the pencil like that to get my stamp. Okay, super small. You can add more, it's a lot harder to take away. I'm gonna leave it like that and then just trace my lash line. When you're tracing the lash line, I go horizontally and just stamp it across, just slightly glide it. And this is my biggest makeup pet peeve. Let me close this while we talk about it. I hate when I can see a patch of skin between the eyeliner and the lashes. Why? When you're doing this, please aim for the root of your lashes. You're not gonna ruin your eyelashes. It's makeup. It's gonna come off just as easily as your mascara, so I don't understand what the problem is. You're not gonna stab yourself, and if you do, it's makeup. You're gonna get makeup in your eye at some point in life. If you've ever sneezed putting on mascara, you know what I'm talking about. You're gonna be okay. If you're afraid, just don't do liner, or do powder. Close your eyes and just stamp across your lash line. Okay, so that's what we're doing right now. Okay, not too intense. It's gonna be bumpy. It's fine, okay? Once you put on mascara, everything will look a lot better. It'll have the illusion of being smoother. Okay, so from there, I'm gonna go from my wing and kind of extend it, and then go down and make that angle, and then just connect. That is my wing. This is with eyeshadow, this is with liquid liner. You can tell that it's not super sharp. I'm not gonna lie, I generally don't care about that. I generally don't need my eyeliner to be so sharp that it'll cut a bitch. It's not a priority for me. I'm a pacifist, what can I say? But if that is a priority for you, the easiest solution is concealer. You can use any concealer. I tend to aim for one with a little bit more coverage. So this is the e.l.f. Camo 16 hour whatever. And I use a flat eyeliner brush. So this one is not angled. And I will dip it into my concealer and stamp. Okay, and make sure you blend that out. That's a lot sharper. I can always get a little bit sharper with the powder just because that blending, but I would call that good. I'm gonna tap a little bit of liner onto the powder side. I'm gonna use the Kat Von D just because why not? And when I'm doing this, I am mostly just hitting that lash line and really darkening that up. Okay, I'm gonna call that good. The great thing about doing the powder first, the eyeshadow first, is that it really gives you a good base to kind of trace your shape with like a little bit less commitment, if you know what I mean. And an issue that I'm encountering with the Kat Von D is that the Kat Von D is a lot shinier than the Stila. Just barely, but it's enough to really frustrate me having side light. So there's that. But the great thing about mascara is that it's going to cover a multitude of sins. I'm going to use the Tarte Man-Eater mascara and just apply that to my top lashes. That is my completed eyeliner. Let me zoom you out and we'll talk about it. As you can see, any imperfections that were in the line, or any, let's just say it, the fact that this line is way thicker than this line, you can't really tell once you have eyeliner on, at least not on my face. So it's okay. I know it's scary, and I know it feels like a very high stakes situation. It's not. It's just makeup. It's supposed to be fun. If you don't want to wear liner, don't wear liner. But there's no reason to not know how to do something if you want to know how to do it, you know? So I really hope this helps somebody. I hope this wasn't too boring or too simple. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this. That's the basis that I'm trying to say. I hope you enjoyed this. If there's something you want me to show you how to do, I'm all ears. Just holler down below. Do a little scroll down. Typey. I got you, fam. Thanks so much for watching. It really means a lot that you're spending a little bit of time with me. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notified every time I post a video. It's gonna be great. Oh, and follow me on Instagram, please. Okay, thanks guys. I'll see you later. Bye.